Hello, and welcome to the Gers TV. My name is Si Leslie.
And I'm Gordon Bond. Good evening.
How's things, mate? Alright?
Good, Si, yourself?
Bit of rush, as you know, we've been running a bit mad all day and night, but football traffic as well had caught us up.
Yes.
So we're a few minutes late. Apologies for that, but we are on now. I'm just going to take the thing away, the graphics away here. So guys, you know what we're going to talk about. There's loads and loads to talk about tonight. But we're in association with our sponsor. We gave a shout out first of all. Maxwell at the heart of it, and it's the petrol stations all over Northern Ireland. If you want petrol, that's the place to fuel up.
Okay, not just petrol, your sandwiches, your newspapers, anything you like.
Correct.
Please pay our sponsors a visit and spend whatever you can in there for
So,
a great local company.
That's who our sponsors are, Maxwell, and big thank you to them. Guys, loads and loads and loads to talk about tonight. The famous Glasgow Rangers are back in the Champions League action tomorrow night at Ibrox Stadium versus Liverpool.
Absolutely, and that's after a good performance and a good 3 points at home on Saturday afternoon as well.
Yep, we've also got, we'll talk about the home fixtures as well, but we've also got the VAR has been introduced at the end of the month, is it? Or is it?
At end of December after the World Cup. And we've also got a fantastic, exciting announcement to make for the Gers TV as well. So we'll get to that about halfway through the show, I think.
Definitely, guys. Let us know you can hear us all right, and let us know where you're watching from throughout the world. A lot of people from Australia recently have been telling us they've been watching us again, which is great. A couple of shout outs to start off. Do you want to go from my specs?
Yeah,
Get water on
Thomas
them.
Johnson, Nicola, David McMillan, how you all doing? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Mark Aitken's asking a question we'll maybe try and address soon. Hi Mark, how you doing? How you doing, Neil? And hi, I don't know if that's Sandra or not, but hi, how you doing? And
That's Sandra. How you doing, Sandra?
Hope you're
Aye.
well. Hope everything's
Who do you
alright.
think it was? It wasn't even
No, I don't know, because it might just be somebody that, because obviously Sandra's got a lot. She's got a lot of fans. It might be somebody declaring their love for her, which we all do. So.
Aye, but it says Gers TV.
I know, but I was just double checking. Like, I hope everything's okay at home, Sandra, and everything's well.
How's things
okay.
alright?
Hope everything's okay.
Laugh.
David Tate. So I don't know. So Toronto, David Tate. Oh, what a city, Toronto. Love Toronto. We need a live show there, I think.
Just in case anybody thinks I'm scratching my arse, it's Lily, the wee dog, the wee Frenchie.
He has got a new dog.
It's right at the back of me now, so I can't move here, and I'm trying to move her out the way, because all she does is sits beside me and farts.
Lovely. So great start to the show. Thanks, Si. So what we'll do is we'll maybe talk a little bit about the St Mirren game at the weekend, then we'll go back to the comments, and then we can
And then
preview
we'll
Liverpool.
preview the Liverpool game. We've already did a chat about the Liverpool game last week. I think it's fair to say that Rangers
Didn't
approached
show
the
up.
game in the wrong manner. But we'll talk about Liverpool, as you said, later on.
Yep.
Guys, if everybody could just get a quick like and a share, that would be great for us. We'd appreciate you doing that. I'm going to sit back now that the dog's moved. Perfect.
Please like and share. As we always say, tell 10.
We've done a bit of moaning, all the support, myself included, about getting a settled team, playing well, and a bit of entertainment, enjoyment. Well, for the last two home games, the last two league games, we've had that. We've had it in abundance. 8 goals. We haven't lost any goals.
Yep.
The defence looks settled with the introduction of Ben Davies. I don't know, I was going to say Ben Ramsey, that's my pal.
And the reintroduction of McGregor as well.
Yep. Alan McGregor, in my opinion, at 40 years old, he is right now world class. And I mean that, world class.
He's just proved it again. I mean, even at the weekend there with the St Mirren game, when we were 1-0 up, 2-0 up, he made a couple of really top draw saves. There was one where, you know, it looked like from me when I was sitting, it looked like a foul on the Rangers defender, but McGregor didn't know that, played to the whistle, wasn't a foul. It's a great world class save again. So
the other thing about him is he's shouting and he's commanding in the box. That's something that McLaughlin struggled with. I think he wasn't very vocal. McGregor, if he's not happy, you hear it. You can hear it in the stand. You can hear him screaming. He wants the best for Rangers.
You can hear him. You can hear him. You know, a million miles away. And sometimes as a player you need that. I think that's what the Rangers defence has been lacking. A bit of leadership and a bit of direction.
I also think, and mark my words with this, if we get the defence sorted, we've got a good team, and we'll be a completely different prospect if we're not worrying about the mistakes happening in the defence. As you've seen in the last couple of weeks, the other side of the city, they're struggling just now, and Rangers have got a new lease of life. What do we say about Kolak? I mean, for example, Kolak, Mark Catley said that at the start of the season that this guy isn't up to it and he's not going to be the player that we thought. He's on the verge of maybe 30 goals this season.
I think that's based on the one game where we played the Belgium team USG away from home, and the whole Kolak had a bad night that night, but the whole team we didn't create anything that night.
Correct.
So, you know, you can't judge him on that, but then, you know, he scored in his first game away at Livingston. It was ruled out incorrectly. He had a bad game against USG in Belgium, but since then he's been absolutely flying. And as David Hale says, you know,
there's no
there shouldn't. You would like to think
would
like to think there would be absolutely no debate. Kovac has to start tomorrow night, and I would pitch for Sakala to start as well.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. I kind of spoke about it at the weekend. The thing with the Kovac, we did see a few. Well, everybody's been saying it, but we especially say that there's no point in buying a poacher. There's no point in having a poacher of such good quality as Kovac and not giving him balls in the box. That first goal he scored at the weekend, that's a poacher's goal, but you've got to be there in the right place at the right time.
All day and all night, it's a poacher's goal. Absolutely fantastic. Robert Kerr's asking, do you think Gio will play both strikers together tomorrow night? The answer to that is a resounding no, because he will not even play two strikers together for the last 10 minutes when we're 4-0 up against St Mirren. When we're 3-0 up in the last 10 minutes against St Mirren at home, he doesn't play the two strikers, so there's absolutely no chance whatsoever.
Even Dundee United had never done it in their cannon fodder.
Absolutely no chance, Robert, that Gio will start with Morelos and Kovac up front tomorrow.
However, I do think sometimes you have to drop big names at big games, and I think Ryan Kent could be the surprise when it's dropped and Sakala to come in. Sakala's played for his place. He's been out the team been out the squad at times for a few months. He's not been the favourite player to play and everything, but he's kept his head down, and when he's got a chance, the boy showed, even after a bad game coming back when he was desperate to play against Queen of the South, he's came back and he's created some great chances, not just the goals. And then there was a cross ball he put in at the weekend for Morelos, and he was just a wee bit off the pace, Morelos, but the ball was fantastic, and I would say Sakala to start tomorrow night.
I think that I would, if you asked me this time last season, I would say Sakala not to start. However, that said, Sakala had a bad start to the season. He's not been given a great chance. He's obviously trained hard. He's not as you said rightly, he's not let his head go down. He must be training hard. He's enjoying his football, and he comes on and he's non-stop the whole game.
He's an honest player.
He might not have the best final product just yet. He might not be the technically most gifted players. However, put him up against a team, doesn't matter who it is, he'll run at that defence tomorrow night. And you know, I'm sure a lot of us watched the Arsenal game at the weekend, and I'm not saying we are in the same league as Arsenal. I'm not saying that. However, if we believe in ourselves and have a go, we can create chances. In the form that Kovac is in, if we create chances, he can score.
Well, there's a few things that I agree with you on that, but there's a few things that come into being as well with us. Ibrox on a European night there's no anywhere like it in the world, in my opinion. A few commentators were saying that the Leipzig haven't played in a big atmosphere before, but they'll tell you that was the best atmosphere they've ever played in. But that's the bitter side of the journalists. The things that could change it for me, first of all, Liverpool, as you said, are not in the best of form just now out with the game against us. They played well against us, but we let them play. They've got Man City at the weekend. That's a big game for them as well, and they've got three injuries.
If Liverpool have, I think I was listening to 5 Live about it at the weekend as well, and I think the general consensus that the league's gone for Liverpool. However, if they've got any hope of getting the top 4, which is a big thing down in England, obviously,
they need a win.
Then they have to get at least a point against Man City. So they'll think to themselves, 3 games, 9 points in the Champions League. They might lie down to us, not lie down. That's probably the wrong word. They might take the eye off the ball. That's what I'm saying. We're done, side. So I really think that tomorrow night is a chance for us to redeem ourselves in the Champions League.
Yeah, the difference is Rangers need to go for it. They need to play with a bit of belief. With 10 minutes to go at Anfield, Rangers done exactly what they'd done at the Europa Cup final. They realised they could get a result here, but it was too late.
Yeah. Kovac came on. From what I remember from the game, I think he was the only Rangers player to have a shot on target the whole game, and he came on as a sub for the last wee bit. I would play Sakala on the right, Kent on the left, because Kent at home against his former club, if there's any game Kent has to be up for,
it's got to be this.
Surely to God, it's got to be this one.
And again, I'm a massive Morelos fan, but I think in this game Morelos should be on the bench, and it's got to be Kovac. Just on one thing, form. You've got to play the foreign players. It would astound me if he didn't play Kovac up front, because if he gets 2-3 chances, I would fancy him to score one.
And he's a presence. He's hustle and bustle. He'll try and bully the Liverpool centre backs. I don't think Liverpool are expecting us to put up a show tomorrow night. I think if we get in their faces in the first 5-10 minutes, I honestly think we can. If you asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said no chance for the result against either of the games against Liverpool.
Yep.
And I'm the most positive guy you'll meet. But David McMillan said we won't have a better chance. I totally agree with that.
Constantly, Sarah.
Sarah Wallace, that was actually Simon.
But a couple of things.
the dog's asleep.
A couple of things. We've got some comments. We're going to go back to the comments in a minute, right? But some points I wanted to make as well, because I keep forgetting the dairies. See the game. See the Champions League so far. I know we've not scored any goals. Ajax was a nightmare. I was at the match. It was unbelievably bad. Right, we're not going to go any defence in that. But see the Napoli game. I think Rangers need a wee bit more credit than they got from it. See if Morelos scores in the first 5-10 minutes, first 5 minutes.
What a chance that was.
I genuinely believe Rangers could have won and get a result. The reason I'm saying that is because they looked for a few minutes rattled. However, this is a team that we kept. Stop me. Shush. This is a team that we kept, didn't they? No.
The production values of the Gers TV went through the roof. We've got a sleeping dog that's half snoring, half.
Anyway.
I don't know what to say.
It was still not reached with Napoli until we went down to 10 men. Now that Napoli team are tearing it up in the Italian league now. They are outstanding. They're beating everybody. They went to Ajax and they won 6-1. That is a team that is. It wasn't any shame with 10 men.
They beat Liverpool, and they could have beat Liverpool by 6 or 7 apparently.
Yeah, and again against Liverpool, against in some of these games you're saying, right, Ajax are no excuse. Liverpool would never turned up, but the game would have been so much different when Napoli if they'd got the goal. So let's be positive, is what I'm saying.
For the first hour, until we set it off, we genuinely competed, and we had chances, and on another day we could have been 1-2 up by half time. Napoli had chances as well. When Morelos missed his chance, they straight up the park and hit the bar.
They're outstanding.
They're a great team. So, however, if we got a result against Liverpool and then we got a result against Ajax, we could sneak through in third place.
Yeah, we're going to stay positive. The big thing is, a couple of years ago we were talking about, we might go back up in the comments, the big thing for us a couple of years ago, and not just us, everybody that was associated with Rangers, was let's get back into the Champions League. And I did like, I'm not a big fan of him, but what's the Liverpool manager's name again? I forgot his name now. Klopp. I did like Klopp's comments when he said Rangers are first year in it in about 12 years or something. It's going to take a few years for them to get back to get the confidence and get used to playing in the Champions League. It's a much higher level. However, we're in it and let's enjoy it. And tomorrow night at Anfield will be something special. Let's get the comments here.
So Robert Barry Sakala's done more than one game than Kent has all season. I think that's true. Apart from maybe Hearts game with his goal.
It was a great goal.
I agree with that. Kent's not done much more. Thanks for sharing, Donna. Paul Sargent, how you doing? Good to see you. David Hare's asking a good question again. Do you think Gio will start with 3 centre backs or the usual? I think he'll go back to the back four. I think Gio knows that he has to be seen to be positive.
I don't think he'll do that, David. However, it wouldn't surprise me if he did do it. How you doing, Sarah? Anybody have a chance to say hello?
David Millens agrees with us. Won't get a better chance to beat Liverpool. Liverpool are carrying a lot of injuries.
Yep.
They're in poorish form for Liverpool, and they've got a big game. They've got a big game at the weekend. So Sarah, we've covered that. Alexander Bissett, hi to Gers TV. Alexander for Blackpool, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. David Tate agreeing we can get a result. Hopefully we can. And Mark Aitken's agreeing that we can beat Liverpool at home. I really don't think we'll have a better chance to get a historic result. It would be a historic result. We've never played Liverpool at home competitively, so let's just.
If we sit back and we defend, we don't deserve to beat them.
Yeah.
Because our team isn't set up that way. We've got to go in. I don't think there's any Rangers fan would ever complain. See if we could beat 2 or 3-0 and we had a right good go at them. It was entertaining football and we really tried our best. I don't think
that's why I'm not overly downbeat about the Napoli game, because obviously with the sending off
was a great game,
and I thought for the first hour it was a really good game, and I thought I'd everything for the first hour, and I thought we were in with a chance. So
let's everybody, if you can let us know what your prediction is for tomorrow night.
Give us your prediction and let us know who you would start. Would you start with Sakala? Would you start with Kovac, or would you bring Morelos back? Would you start with Kent, or would you start with Matondo, or would you start with would you start with Tillman?
A big thing for me is having a defence sorted, because for a long time, I mean, was it only 2 seasons ago we had one of the best defences? And
we went.
You can never remember.
And then when Gio first came in, I think
4 games when there was a goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
To me, getting that defence sorted, and to be fair to Connor Golson, he's not really had a regular partner in the defence for the last 2 seasons, or the last season anyway, full season, and I do like to see the young players coming through, but having the experience of Ben Davies coming back in the team, so you get rid of that. Getting Ben Davies back in with that kind of experience and settling the defence, settles the midfield, and it settles the rest of the team. And I think that's what we're badly needing.
It certainly breeds confidence throughout the team. If you know that you've got a solid, if you've got a keeper that makes world class saves, if you've got a back line that are confident, then it breeds confidence because the rest of the team are happy to go forward.
And that starts for the goalkeeper from McGregor, because McGregor makes me feel more confident,
Yeah.
You.
Mark Higgins predicting 2-1 to Rangers. Donna, the dog's not decided.
If I snore, you'll know about it.
The dog's not here.
Ryan Phelps, do you think that Leon King will start before going for a 2-1 win Colac and at the double?
I don't think Leon King.
I think if Ben Davies is fit, he'll play Ben Davies. But then again, they might play the 3, as we've said, but I don't think they will. No, I think he'll be on the bench. But what a prospect Leon King is for the future.
And I think he took off Davies at the weekend to give him a wee bit of rest before the game. I think that was forward planning by Gio.
However, I wouldn't be downbeat if he played the young boy.
No, well, if you're good enough to play for Rangers, you're good enough to play in the Champions League for Rangers. It's not, it's.
If you dissect Liverpool, get the goals that we lost against Liverpool, right? So the free kick that we gave away, you've got to take the 50-50 ball, you've got to go for it.
Yeah.
Shush. And the 2 years ago, if the two players go for it, you've seen them given, you've seen them no given. However, what a free kick. That's a world class free kick that you can't account for. And then the penalty, you lose penalties in the Champions League, you get punished. It's simple as that.
Yeah. There's no complaints. We didn't really show up until the last 25 minutes last week, and I just think that it was such a shame because we just didn't. I think Ajax in Amsterdam, Liverpool down in Liverpool, we haven't believed in ourselves.
But listen, we can't live in the past. We've got to move forward, and I think everybody's up for it. It's great to see all the comments coming in with what they think the score's going to be. Do you want to read the comments out now?
Aye, so David McMillan saying that a result tomorrow will breed confidence for the rest of the season, I presume. The last couple of games of the Champions League. Yeah, I mean it's well. I think that the qualification, the top 2 is out of the question. But I think that if we can win out, aye. Let's get our first goal, our first point, then we can talk about it. But if Napoli are already qualified by the time that we play them again, then they might rest a couple of players and might sneak a point against Napoli. You can always hope, and then it comes down to getting points at Ibrox against Ajax Liverpool. The way Liverpool are playing, the way we can go into it, we might be able to get a win.
Just go and enjoy ourselves.
And then the game against Ajax, just make a break cup final, for qualification.
If we can get back into the Europa League this season. If we can get back into there after that experience in the Champions League, Rangers will be even stronger, and then we go back again and we keep battling for it. You need to remember that a lot of these players have not played at that level before.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's, the big thing for me is we keep moving forward, we keep progressing.
So at the start of the season, you were worried about the progress getting made because we had a couple of bad results. We were starting to doubt a few things, myself included. And once you get a few bad results, the things go against you. You start to bring that's when you start talking about the directors, the board, all the strips, etc. But when you get a few wins under your belt, you get a bit more positive again. Of
course you do. Football's an entertainment industry, and you want to go and enjoy it. You want to be able to go in and get, and not even enjoyment. You like the banter with your pals and the whole match day experience. But when Rangers are on a high, you're on a high. When Rangers are on a low, you're on a low.
Yeah,
that's football. David Hale saying he can see Liverpool he can't see Liverpool scoring, no scoring. And the question is, can we score as well? A draw wouldn't be a disaster as long as Napoli beat Ajax again. I mean, I'm not a betting man, but you've got to favour Napoli to win in Italy against Ajax when they win 6-1.
Absolutely. Mark Aitken, I'll come back to a couple points you've made, Mark. I think at the top of the show as well, it's about Sky Sports. You were talking about the game in December getting moved. And you're asking, do you think it's time we said to buy to Sky Sports? Simple answer is we can't. There's no way of doing it.
The problem is, Mark, is what I want, what Gordon wants, and what you want, we ain't ever going to get. I don't think if I had my way, which I'll never get again, is football. Every team we play at 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. If, for an example, right, I know they'd look at this way. See if Rangers are playing Partick Thistle, for an example, at a Thistle, and there was a big game, Celtic versus Aberdeen, live on TV at 3 o'clock at the same time, I would still want to see the Rangers game, and I would still want to go and follow my team. I don't think it would affect football fans. However, it's armchair fans that dictate, because there's millions of them all over the world, and it won't happen. It doesn't matter what we think.
Money talks. So,
and it don't sing and dance, bad.
We'll bring you up to date with a couple of the scores to the Champions League.
Yep, and if you can keep us up to date as well, if there's anything we miss.
So at the moment, just about 26 minutes gone in the Champions League, you've got AC Milan 0, Chelsea 1. Red card to AC Milan, and Jorginho scored the penalty. You've got Dinamo Zagreb 0, Salzburg 1. Leipzig are drawing 0-0 in Glasgow. You've got Shakhtar Donetsk 0, Real Madrid 0. Man City drew with FC Copenhagen in Denmark earlier on, drew a blank there. Dortmund 0, Seville 1. Massive shock in Group H with Maccabi Haifa beating Juventus 2-0 at home in Israel.
I seen, is that finished now?
That's finished, aye. And at the moment, you've also got the last game in the Group H is PSG 0, Benfica 0. So not a lot of goals in the Champions League so far.
It's just great to be a part of it all. That's been in. But listen, we've got a big announcement before we go on any further here. It's only an hour long show because of the traffic and that. We don't want to be caught with the separated brethren on the traffic. So
back in, was it April, May time?
April,
we ran the Gers TV most successful dinner, and the feedback we got was absolutely phenomenal. One of the best nights a lot of people have ever had at Ibrox, and to be part of it was absolutely fantastic.
We vowed basically at the time that we're going to do everything that we can to basically tell the greatest story in the world, the story of Rangers Football Club, from the rags to riches, from going for the top of Scottish football.
Alright, Frank Sinatra.
Aye, but you know what? But it's that kind of story. And I remember my pal Ian McCall stating the fact that A Shot at Glory was produced by Hollywood, where they looked for it. They looked to make a fictional team and make them go from nothing to a fairy tale ending. And they already had that story, the gallant pioneers in Rangers Football Club. But as always, we were overlooked. The club itself, Rangers, have done absolutely nothing for the 150th anniversary. And again, mark my words, when Celtic are 150, people look back and go, why did we not do all these things? It's going to be constant, it's going to be relentless, but sadly our board don't care. But we do care, and we said that we would do a few events for the 150th anniversary, and we're going to do another dinner in Ibrox Stadium.
David McMillan's just wrote, the dinner was class, can't wait for the next one, so what a seamless link we'll have.
Perfect, and that wasn't timed.
That wasn't
So
timed.
there's two great things about this dinner poster. One, you won't have to see Gordon for the next few seconds.
There we go, aye, winner, as they say.
And two, the feedback that we got from the last one, we wanted to have a similar event, only some different speakers. One of the main speakers for the event is Jim Denny, and the reason I wanted Jim Denny as the main speaker, Jim Denny was part of the Barcelona Bears. He played for Rangers in the 70s. He played under Willie Waddle, Colin Steen, Willie Johnston. He's a massive Rangers supporter as well. He goes to every home game, and as well as that, he's got great stories. He actually worked for Real Madrid.
Yeah, even after Rangers' career, he's got some great.
He's one of the first people to bring in
some great stories about what he did after Rangers. He went to somewhere like Real Madrid in, what was it, the 60s, 70s?
Yeah, but he was also an analyst. He was one of the first people in world football to start football analysis. But anyway, we'll let him tell the story.
Yes,
so he's the main speaker. He's a very funny man as well. Tom Purdy's going to do some Rangers history after the war. Because on the 11th of November is round, I think that was the anniversary when the First World War would have ended.
Absolutely correct, yeah.
So Rangers after the war, we're going to have
hour on the 11th day of the 11th month.
Yeah, and we'll probably have a wee silence and remembrance for that. We'll also got David Herd, our very own David Herd. He's going to speak about the League Cup, Rangers in the League Cup, which if you've heard the podcasts.
Yep, so what I see no link for that. We'll talk at the dinner, then we'll talk about
the podcast. If you've heard the podcast, you'll know how great David is with his history. And as well as that, we're going to have a DJ tour of the trophy room, open till 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, the trophy room will be open for us.
The Marble Stairs, you'll have the 4-course meal. The last dinner we done was a 3-course meal. It's a 4-course, and as well as all that, it's on till probably late. I've said 12 o'clock, but it'll probably be about 1 o'clock because the last time was 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
We have offered the tickets first of all to the patrons and the people that went to the last dinner, like David. We'll be emailing them out and letting them know they get first choice. However, the Bristol Bar who sponsored it and have forever sponsored my show.
Yeah, thanks very much to the Bristol Bar, much appreciated.
I've taken a table and we're looking at there's only going to be something like 10 tables available.
Yep. So tickets will be on sale from tonight. We'll put the advert on our Facebook page and hopefully other outlets as well. But guys, the feedback we got for the last hour was, to be part of it was something special, but to be there was something special as well. So
a lot of people just like the atmosphere of being in Ibrox Stadium.
Yeah, and just to remind you, we have 4 great speakers, we have a 4-course meal, and we'll have when you enter the stadium, you'll be up the marble staircase, and the trophy room will be open for pictures, etc., and a tour of the trophy room as well.
So you're looking at 7 hours in Ibrox Stadium.
Yeah, so basically it'll be from 6 o'clock in the evening till between 12 and 1 at night. So it's going to be an absolutely fantastic night again. So if you want a ticket, please let us know, and we will start reserving tickets and seats
for people. But we'll be loyal to the ones that came to the first one.
Yep.
Because it's a lot of people did ask us to put another event on for them.
So backed by popular demand. So.
But you're the dinner.
The dog. I'm getting drowned out.
But guys, any support.
With the dog.
Again, there's a lot of projects that we're working on. There's a project that on the night it's going to go live, and it's quite a big project that we've worked on regarding the 150th. However, due to technical reasons, we can't tell anybody what the project is.
Yeah.
Because it'll get sabotaged and it wouldn't be as effective.
Yes, it'll be hijacked.
But we're doing a lot of things off of the public eye to make sure that we can celebrate the greatest club in the world. I know. Listen to that, Miss Nones.
We are at least not been here since 6 o'clock.
Really, shush, you're taking the show.
So that's our 150th anniversary dinner, part 2 if you like. So we look forward to seeing you all there.
Actually, just when you're talking about Lily, it reminds me of Jim Trotter when Jim done my batting stuff in the technical side. We used to say, Jim, we can hear you snoring. So a wee bit of Jim still remains in the Gers TV under Lily. But guys, the dinner, we'll have the dinner on all the social media platforms. We've got a brand new website coming in the next 2 to 3 weeks. That we'll put a lot of work into.
Yep. So it's all happening. So thanks very much for your support. And as we always say, if you want to be part of it, when we get a new website, if you want to contribute articles to that, then let us know. If you want to come on the show, let us know. If you want to meet us when we do a wee pre or post show reactions, let us know. Yeah.
But the date for the dinner, sorry, Sinky, it's 11th of November.
Yeah,
Friday the 11th of November.
Friday 11th of November. It's sandwiched in between Hearts at home and St Mirren away on Wednesday and Saturday. So Ian, the dinner will be Friday 11th of November.
The question that people might ask is, why is it such little notice? Rangers have been taken by a company called Levy, and we've been trying to book this dinner since the week after the
last one.
The last one. And I'm not going to get into great debate because I don't want to be negative for them because things are progress. But that's us just going to booked finally, and that's the last date available in the calendar year, and that the main stand at Ibrox. So
yeah. So it was the last date. It was the only date we could get basically.
But listen, we've got so many people asking about it in the last week. Are we doing it or no? Are we going to do another dinner? That we're very comfortable for it. So
yeah,
it'd be great to see you there again, Sinky.
Yep, absolutely. So
I'm assuming that's Sandra still.
Yeah, aye.
I remember my seat. Don't worry, I've not forgotten it.
Absolutely, Sandra. Absolutely.
Sandra's the one that keeps us around. Put your name at the end of the. When you put a text in, always put your name at the end of it.
Aye.
Jim used to get around for that. Jim, you're not putting your name at the end of it.
So back to the football then. So we've talked about obviously the Liverpool game. So who would you start, guys? It's your show. Let us know. Would you start? Would you take the chance with Sakala, or would you maybe play Tillman? Would you play him? We've earmarked a lot of money for Tillman and James Sands. Would you spend £10 million on Tillman and Sands?
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll open the phone lines up
yep.
for 20 minutes because I don't want to be too late tonight. And I've got the callers back when this works now, so.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. The Gers TV. Hit it.
And that's us back again. Anybody wants to give us a quick call, I'll put the phone number up as well, Gordon. Do you remember the number?
0141 319 5230.
And Sandra might even give us a wee call.
So a couple of comments. Joe Jackson, how you doing? Vladimir Vardy, how you doing? Tracy Christie thinks it'll be a 2-week straw. And Mark Aikens letting us know we should think we should. Sorry,
don't think we should
don't
play 4-5.
Do think. Sorry. Yeah, I think we went at home. You said it about 10 minutes ago, Si. If you get beat, you as well getting beat 3-0 as well getting beat 4-2. Do you know what I mean? Like, go and have a go and try.
The fans will accept.
Yeah.
One thing the fans will accept, and that's 100% effort. If you go for it, the fans will buy into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. We haven't scored the Champions League this season. I think, I remember watching the draw with yourself a couple of other side, and we thought, maybe it was, fools, maybe we were fools for thinking we could get through, but
And we got there.
I think, the PSV game, the actual draw itself, when we drew Napoli,
Yeah.
Ajax and Liverpool, did you think they were going to get through? Maybe, maybe not, but I would like to at least just get some points on the board, because we deserve to get we deserve something out of the Napoli game. I think on balance, we didn't deserve anything out of the Ajax game and the Liverpool game for sure.
Yeah.
But let's do ourselves proud and do ourselves
But
justice.
let us know what
tomorrow.
you guys think. Phone us up
Yeah.
and tell us what you think. Have you got a ticket? It's been hard to get tickets as well. I get a wee phone call for the boys for Rotterdam that are coming over. They go to loads of Rangers games. There's not been a sniff of tickets. I've not heard any. So let us know if anybody wants to give us a wee phone. It's 0141 319 5230. We're going to try and keep the shows back to the Tuesday nights. It's just been hard because Rangers playing in the Champions League and the Tuesday night one week and a Wednesday the next week. And also we were in Liverpool last week. I wasn't in any fit state to be doing videos anyway. I don't know about anybody else.
It's now 2-0 to Chelsea. If anyone's watching that game, it's 2-0 to Chelsea away in Italy playing Milan. So that's a couple of good results for Chelsea over the last few weeks.
Yep.
And the new manager in charge, Graham Potter, came for Brighton.
There was other stuff we were going to quickly talk about as well. I'm just trying to remember it. Can anybody give us an update? I've not had a chance all day with the Rangers Liverpool youth game, how that finished up. Is it finished? I think it should be finished now, aye. If anybody can keep us up to date with that. As I said, we're going to try and keep it Tuesday night shows just now as well.
And then after the Liverpool game, we're back to league duty at the weekend as well.
Yep.
We've got a big game away at Motherwell. For some reason, even though Motherwell aren't a great team, they seem to think that we are now rivals in the last kind of 4 or 5 years.
Aye.
I think it all stems from...
Youth games in Morris.
Right, okay.
That's how I nearly scored on.
David, can you not tell us the score, no?
Well, it's still not an each.
Still nothing each, technically, aye.
That's my dad's old joke.
So Motherwell away on Sunday, I believe, 12 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah.
So for some reason, Motherwell seem to think that we're kind of rivals, even though we're miles and miles.
That's always a
miles
hard
ahead
place
of
to
us.
go to, Motherwell, to get a result. Just hope Rangers. Just listen. Just for me, the news. Just keep the league. The goals have come down. We were saying at one point we're never going to catch Celtic in goal difference. 8 goals.
Yeah.
2 weeks. No losing any. Who would have thought that? No losing any.
Yep, absolutely. And that's with 4 goals against Hearts, 4 goals against St Mirren. That's a goal difference. Celtic getting beat by St Mirren, and then
I think
obviously
it's
just
2 or something like that. No, there's not many left.
I
So
don't think it's as little as 2, but
or 4.
it's
It might be
certainly-
4
it's
actually.
certainly not. It's certainly not. It's obviously there's been a big reduction in the last couple of weeks, which is good as well.
The way Rangers are playing the new in the league, you'd expect it. You'd expect Colak
Yeah.
to score every week. The guy's been outstanding.
Yeah, we are 3 points behind. However, with the first Old Firm game we've been at Parkhead,
2 points behind.
it's a 2 points behind.
2
Right,
points.
sorry. So, if we keep our form going and we win the New Year the New Year's Derby, then we'll be top
Aye.
of the league again. So, plus we've got quite a few home games coming up as well. So
The other thing that's going to change, and let us know your opinions on this, guys, because everybody will have a different opinion. VAR is going to be introduced, and then we're going to have a winter break for the World Cup.
no, winter break is the World Cup break is from the 17th of November.
Aye, in the winter.
The World Cup.
Right, I'm going on winter break. I'll not be watching the World Cup. I've not really got much interest in it, to be honest. But that could affect things as well. But see the VAR coming in, I've already seen people are saying that this is going to affect Scottish football. People have complained that you need to move with the times. VAR's here, and it's in the English League, and it's in the Women's League in England. Why would the SPFL not have it? I think it's a good thing.
If you look at, and this is a kind of obviously a Rangers channel, but if you look at the VAR over the last few weeks down south, I think the West Ham Chelsea game a couple of weeks ago, the VAR didn't help the situation. West Ham scored, and it was incorrectly ruled out. From what we can tell, it was an absolutely atrocious decision. So the VAR is only as good as the referees interpreting the decision.
Yep.
So you've still got. It still comes down to human judgment if it's a foul or not, if it's a penalty, so on and so forth. And then at the weekend there was another VAR decision. Was it Crystal Palace? It wasn't West Ham again. It was over the weekend. I think it was. God, good research. I think it was the Crystal Palace game.
I
And
didn't watch
it was a terrible VAR decision again. It was absolutely no. Sorry. It was Wolves. It was Wolves game.
Aye, but I mean, hang
no.
on. It's going to be introduced anyway.
It was sorry.
Didn't give you through the whole week?
No, it was West. It was actually through the week is West Ham with the beneficiaries this time. It was the Fulham game at the weekend, and it was absolutely shocking decision on VAR as well. So
it's going to be introduced. We'll see how it goes, but they're saying it's going to change the league. I don't know.
I think VAR is a good thing in general. However, it is only as good as the people interpreting the decisions, because it's still human judgment.
100%. A couple of comments coming in. Anybody want to give us a wee call? It would be good to get a wee call tonight. David heard if you want to give us a wee call, or maybe Sinky, promote your bus to Blackpool.
Always on time for that. VAR's a good thing, but there's still too much interpretation. Yeah. So David, that's the point. That's the point I'm making.
Two awful handball decisions.
To be honest with you, that's exactly the point I'm making. There's been as I've said to you, there's been a few games in the English Premiership the last couple of weekends which VAR's been absolutely ludicrous. The decisions getting made, and it's only as good as the people that are interpreting are making the decision.
Yeah, and Ian Sinclair said, "Never in my life have I been so disinterested in an approaching World Cup finals."
It's just everything to do with it. It's November to December. It's over in a country which has got no connections or history with football.
There's a lot of greed involved in it. There's a lot of greed.
A lot of people have died in construction the stadiums. They've shipped in hundreds of construction workers.
I agree with Eric Cantona. Cantona, they said he's not want to be any part of it. And you've got guys like Gary Neville who are 100% left wing socialists, but as soon as they get offered millions of pounds to go against their principles, they're quite quickly to go and to back it. But I've just getting the interest in it. I'm not supporting anybody. I'm just a couple of weeks after football for me.
Jim Trotter.
It's no funny fags with it, Doug.
No pizzas. So I think you make a good point, Sanky, with the World Cup finals, mate. It's just flat. It's not really like you know. I remember when I was younger, like even when Scotland didn't qualify for the World Cup, it was the World Cup. You were always excited. You were always like
Mexico '82 was. Everybody I knew watched Mexico '82, and then it
was Spain '82.
Was it?
Aye.
No, Mexico '86.
I wasn't
Mexico
actually
86.
born then.
Spain '82, Mexico '86. You're right. But the days people loved the World Cup, but now I've just got. I've no interest whatsoever in it.
I used to get the sticker albums and all that, and whatever, and it was genuine excitement, and I think that the World Cup went to America in 1994. I think that kind of killed that for a lot of people. That kind of
that was the start of kind of
decline. But don't get me wrong, like then it went
monetizing it.
Then it went to France '98, and I was lucky enough to be in France that year. But the World Cup should be the pinnacle of world football. However, it's
the other thing as well is
it's more about money now than anything else.
The whole Tartan Army thing as well. That's just with the. I mean, we were in Benidorm for the convention, and this wee Scotland fan standing beside me just after the game, and he blows one of the vapes, and I hate the vapes, blows it in my face, but he didn't blow it, just about to blow it, and I was basically told him to thing me, and just afterwards...
You asked him if he could please refrain from doing that?
He gave me the look as if to say, you don't like me, and I said, I can't believe you get a jersey that says on it respect, after the way they booed their national anthem, their own national anthem, and for a support to do that, I don't have anything in common with them.
Here's a question for you, everyone watching out there. So today, Rangers and Celtic both received equal fines from UEFA. Okay, so they were both fined. I think they were definitely got the same fine. I think it was £13,000 or €13,000. Rangers had a few players booked at the game against Napoli. However, Celtic supporters during the official mourning and national mourning for the Queen's death. Unfurled their barrels, saying I wouldn't obviously say it because I'm far too much respect. Disrespectful. So, do you think that's equal? Do you think both crimes are equal with that, or do you think that one deserves more than the other side?
I mean, to me, my own opinion is that's UEFA just basically trying to shut everybody up with saying we fined the two teams for it. What Rangers done was on the park. What happens is, as long as it's not like violent conduct, you're expecting teams to be. It's a passionate game. You expected teams to get torn into each other. I don't expect anybody Liverpool not to get torn into Rangers tomorrow night. When it comes to bringing politics into football, it's either allowed or it's no.
Does it not make a mockery of football's for everyone?
Respect. Aye, that's what I was going to say. They're telling you there's no place for politics in football, but that's only when it suits them.
Yeah.
And what the Celtic support done, everybody in the world football and media news outlets throughout the world have condemned them for it. For an example, tonight they're had a minute's silence for the terrible disaster that happened in the Southern Ireland. But why are they having a minute's silence now when they're telling us that that team don't have minute silences? Makes you wonder why 1 minute you're having a minute's silence, then the next minute you don't do minute silences.
Yeah.
They've changed so often. We all know the reason. The reason is because they can't be trusted to have a minute's silence.
They wouldn't have trusted their fans to respect the minute silence for the death.
And to quote Simon Jordan today from TalkSport, I thought he was outstanding when he made the point. It's not just UEFA here. Why is the SPFL not made any statements or any comments about
to be fair,
behaviour?
To be honest, it's not even just. I mean, we were at Ibrox for the Dundee United game at home. At
Nothing
a couple
said
days
again.
after, and then the Dundee, as far as I'm concerned, the Dundee United fans' behaviour was worse than the Celtic fans' behaviour. If I'm being absolutely honest with you, Si. The songs that I don't watch Celtic play, so I couldn't comment on what songs was getting sung.
The fact
games,
that they made
the song that Dundee United fans were singing was absolutely disgraceful.
Well, Liverpool as well. Liverpool as
know,
well done that.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't get angry at a lot of things, but I was absolutely distraught with anger when I heard what they were singing.
There's a few teams that their behaviour was like that, but the point with the Celtic one was they actually knew the way to make banners. They actually spent time to put the banners up. So UEFA should have been. I don't think it should be a similar fine to answer your question. I think the fine. Rangers get done a couple of years ago and they said there was racism and there was nothing racist, but the fans might have been chanting the effort, which could be classed as a political term because it's a political organisation, but there was no racism involved. But Rangers get heavily fined, and a stand closure happened to Rangers as well, or a partial stand closure, sorry. So if you're going to be consistent, why did Celtic not receive a partial stand closure? €13,000 here as well, no, that's pennies to both clubs.
Yeah. Ryan Phillip is saying in his opinion VAR should have started as soon as it happened in England. Hopefully that becomes a good thing in Scottish football after some shocking decisions without VAR being involved. I think the reason why it's not been introduced until now is because it was
money as well.
It was money.
Yeah.
The price has been down a little bit. I think it's a little bit cheaper than it was 2 or 3 years ago. And I think the technology is a little bit better as well, to be honest with you, Ryan. What I would say is though, again, just go back. Well, it'll be good because obviously the running kind of joke in Scottish football was that when Rangers get penalties, it'll be good for everyone to actually realise that the penalties we are getting are actual genuine penalties as well. So that will hopefully shut some people up with that.
But the other point to make on that is when you said about the finances, Gordon, you're correct, but there's a reason for that. And Rangers, to be fair, have opposed this. Celtic have opposed it a wee bit, but Rangers have been massive opponents on these deals for Sky TV and for television rights. If you're going to sell the product at a cheaper price, you're going to have less money. And if the the English Premier League are asking for billions of pounds and getting it, they can afford to have the best technology, and we're basically taking scraps.
Yeah.
So if we're taking scraps, we can't afford it, and that's why the league, in my opinion, it's a backward league.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They have done it at kind of like pro rata or proportional spending on it. So I think the teams, if they're ranking it from the teams that finished first to 12th last season or whatever, and the team that finished first are paying more than the team that finished 12th. I don't know exactly how they've worked it or when the decision was made or the final standings, but it's a proportional payment.
And a similar point as well, I would make, if people that are maybe a bit older than me can tell me if they agree with us or no as well, but I feel that referees are just, that the standards getting worse every year. I don't think it's getting better.
I think that football's changed in the last 20 years where it's less contact. So I think what happens now is that there's a lot more fouls in football, a lot more yellow cards, a lot more red cards.
There's more decisions to be made. But
so
the point I was making,
there's more opportunity for it to get it wrong.
But the point I was making is it used to be characters. The referees used to be able to have a laugh and a joke with the players, and the players.
Well, since Gazza's yellow card at Ibrox for giving the ref the yellow card, but that's all changed.
Calls, guys, we've got 10 minutes to go here because we need to watch the football traffic. If you give us a wee call, it's 0141 319 5230. It's a free call. Give us a wee call.
Yeah, let us know on your thoughts about the St Mirren game at the weekend, or what your predictions or team selection will be for tomorrow night, and or anything you want to talk about, I guess.
Anything about the famous. Other than that, I'm just trying to get a wee recap myself for anything that's been happening. David Graham, we'll quickly talk about that. David Graham resigned through the week there.
If you don't know, I'm not wanting to sound patronised, but just explain who David Graham is, what position he holds.
David Graham is I believe his correct title was Head of Communications at Rangers. Don't laugh. But he's a head of he was a head of communications, and he was a PR man, effectively taking over from Jim Trainor's job a few years ago. The Rangers have notoriously in my lifetime, Rangers have never had a good PR.
I can't remember. In my lifetime, I can never remember Rangers having a good PR system.
It's been criminal how bad it is.
And you used to always cry out, even back. I remember reading an article in the Sunday Mail 15, 20 years ago for Jerry McNee talking about the Bouncy song, and it was such a. I won't go into detail about it, so I don't want to bring it up, but I don't want to give him oxygen if you like. But it was such a misrepresentation of the song, and nobody challenged it.
Whereas the grass being cut into a sash.
If the role was reversed and a football writer was talking about a team, any it doesn't matter, not even
any
Celtic,
group of people.
any and said that it would be going on for weeks and weeks. It would be outrage for weeks and weeks and weeks. Rangers. I think Rangers' always mentality was, the silent treatment.
Yeah, the dignified silence, as you call it. But I mean, if there's any, I genuinely believe this. If any other group of people, any minorities or any individual type of people, like Rangers fans, were treated in the same manner and the same biased against them in general, there would be an outcry for it. It's not allowed anymore, but Rangers allow it. Because Rangers allow it, it carries on. So anyway, David Graham has resigned from his position. He wasn't sacked, he resigned. And a wee call, Carol's come on to take that.
We'll take this call.
If anybody wants to comment on that, you can let us know.
Yeah, and so let us know your thoughts on the PR at Rangers.
And who they're going to bring in. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Carol,
how you doing, sir?
Oh, great. Great to see you back on a Tuesday night.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back.
It saves me watching any football. I can listen to yous.
Good.
Oh, it brings magic. I enjoyed the game at the weekend, but it's lottery again on who's going to pick.
Yeah.
He's got to have his boy in there again, Ryan Kent.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Anything happening with that guy. I've been saying it for all a year, Sagan or Gordon. The guy's just, he's not trying to like.
The thing with that is, I don't know if it's so much as no trying to leg is, if his head's been down or whatever, but I'm a great believer you've got to drop a player when he's not playing well, and we don't do that. We don't seem to drop the great players.
Is it, Carol and Si, is it more to do that the management team aren't letting him play his natural game?
That's another point. It could be true. We don't know what's happening in the training.
What do you think, Carol?
We don't know what the Rangers' natural game is.
True.
It's hot and cold, isn't it?
Right now it's hot.
How he tells them to play.
Yeah.
I mean, in the Scottish League it's hot, in the Champions League we've been woeful.
I mean, if you look back,
that's a good word.
If you look back at Gio's first week in appointment, the first video they brought out, I always go back to this, was Roy Mackay saying to Ryan Kent, tricks up for the circus.
That's right. Aye. I mean, we were all back Gio when he came in, and thought it was great. A couple of weeks ago, people were.
And he started off really well to fair as well.
Aye, people were questioning him a couple of weeks ago, but now he's getting results. If he gets a result tomorrow night, he's a king again. Do you know what I mean? That's the nature of football.
That is the nature of football. But I just want us to score a goal first and foremost tomorrow.
I just think the guy's so boring. So boring. His press conferences are boring, and I think he must bore the players to death. Before the game we speak, you can't be doing any team talks. You'd be sleeping.
Well,
every 2 words.
Aye. The other thing with that as well.
The language side, because I've spoke to hundreds of Dutch people and they don't talk like that.
Well, that's what I was going to say. See, the thing is, he's a product of Dick Advocate, right?
And he's played in Scotland, and he's played in Scotland, played in England, and managed in Scotland. He can speak good English.
No, he's got a trait that Advocate had. He's very stubborn. Advocate had that, but Advocate knew how to play entertaining football when he needed it.
Right. That's what he's going great. I would like to go up the road sometime shortly, maybe next month when Champions League's done.
Why don't you and your good lady wife come up for a dinner in November?
Aye, there you go.
A dinner? I've not had a dinner for 14 years, Gordon.
Well,
I'm a pie and chips, man.
The last dinner they had was a burial meal.
No, there's no chance she gets anything like that because she can't walk upstairs and things like that. And you can have, I'm done.
Okay.
You know, this is my last trip up to Scotland. I'm going to take Lucky Whiteheader back with me.
Who's she?
If I can get hold of her.
That reminded me this morning, I was up at the crack of dawn I felt all right, but Don wasn't too happy.
Well done, Si. That's quite a good one for you.
I know.
For him, it's brilliant. But
I'm back kind of back on it now. I had to get my sugar levels down, and they were telling me don't drink this and don't drink that, and I was going to Spain, and I went to Spain, and I went to Vegas, and then I went to Spain again, and I went to Blackpool, and I went to Belfast, so I had to do 4 weeks off it, and now I'm back on it, but I'm watching what I'm doing.
he does more flying than that
What are
sparrow.
you drinking then? You and Guinness?
No, I've drinking Guinness sometimes, but I've been drinking the light beers. I've been drinking Bud Lights and things like that, but at the weekend...
Oh, Si, you're as well off it.
But at the weekend I was in the Bristol. It was the bonfire committee came up for Craigie Hill,
Aye.
and I was on the full fat tenants. I was enjoying that.
It's always good, isn't it?
Greg,
I've been up it for the last couple of days because
Last couple of
I've
days.
got to save it for tomorrow night, you know.
Good man.
I
Have
mean,
a wee sing song before the game, you know. A wee sing song at half time.
see,
Hopefully no agree after it.
what happened is, Carol, I'd get a shaky horn, and I said to the doctor, I've got a drinks problem, and he said, what is it? And I went, I can't find my mouth.
Aye, well, I'll give one, but I don't, there's no politically correct side.
Aye.
What we know is a bit of diseases. What would you rather have? Parkinson's or Alzheimer's?
I can't comment on it. We'll get shut down.
I know.
That's what it says.
We can't because there's people watching us with disabilities and all that.
Aye. Well, you can message us after the show, Carol, with that.
That one, aye.
I don't know how you do that. But have you got a pigeon loft? Right, okay lads, great show again by the way.
Cheers, Carol.
Alright.
Good to hear from you.
Sandra for me.
She's
Yes.
listening.
Say,
My missus is asking for you.
Carol, you can say hello to Sandra yourself.
How?
Just say hi,
Listen.
Sandra. She's watching.
Hi Sandra.
Hey, that wasn't too hard, was it? There you go. Well done. Got there in the end.
Brilliant. All the best, pal.
Right, okay, bye.
Hey, cheers,
cheerio.
bye.
Cheers, winner.
Cheers,
Bye.
bye.
Right.
That'll be us getting shut down now.
Aye. Well, it didn't actually tell us the answer, so there we go. So, Mark Aitken's asking when we're going to be live next. We might get a chance to do a wee pre or that. Well,
I'm laughing. Carol. Aye, tomorrow night we'll always do something Champions League.
aye, we're always trying to do a wee kind of a lot of it. You know, obviously Simon and myself both work, and we've always got commitments, etc. But we always try and do a wee kind of pre-match 10 minutes, wee post-match reaction, try and get some people to talk to us, etc. So hopefully we'll be on tomorrow at some point. Before and after
pre-match
the game.
and after match, we do that. And just keep it busy as always. We've also got a couple of charity events going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks and the next couple of months that we're going to let you know about as well. But I've got a big one coming up next summer. Hopefully I'm going to go live with this next week.
Yeah, so some great stuff happening as well over absolute everything. So
that'll be really popular. This. But
I
the
bet-
dinner's a big one for us. I'll quickly put the poster up again, flyer.
Yeah, so here's a reminder of this is just hot off the press as well. Announced today, booked today.
If anybody's interested, it'll be on the page for the next couple of days as well. We'll be promoting it from tonight onwards. And if anybody wants a ticket or a table, please contact us.
Yeah, please message the show, message our Facebook page, etc. And we might have a website up and running by that
Aye,
time
we'll
as well.
have our running bin and there'll be great prizes to be won as well on the night. I was supposed to have done the prize draw for the Patreon, but I never got a chance to do it, so I'll be doing that tomorrow morning. So tomorrow, Toronto next year, what was it? That'd be quite good then.
Yeah, Toronto's one of my
Aye.
favourites.
Yep.
I've always been back.
That would actually be quite good.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, I don't turn that off.
Go
So,
back and see the Blue Jays.
aye. Who are they?
Baseball, you
Baseball,
went
aye.
up your street.
I'm not into
baseball.
rounders. Right guys, we need to watch your time because it's going to be hard to get back with the football being on in the city centre tonight, the Saturday night. Any more comments you want to quickly do it?
Yeah, we'll just do another couple minutes. A Facebook user has said evening again. If you want to put your name in, so we can give you a wee shout out.
It's came up on
Aye.
when we've got a Gers TV page and then the Gers TV group. And for
Yeah.
some reason the Gers TV group doesn't come up. I
Yeah.
think that's Warren actually. I
Yeah,
don't know why,
well-
because he usually puts a Union Jack. But I'm guessing.
Aye. Well, if it is Warren, good to see you, mate. If it's not, then whoever it is, good to see you as
Yeah,
well, I
aye.
guess. So we'll finish up by giving you guys our predictions for tomorrow night. I'm probably going to look stupid, right? And I'm going to say Rangers 3, Liverpool 1.
2-1 Rangers. It's going to be a tight game, but I think Rangers. I think we can do it. Honestly, I think we can do it. We need to have the right attitude, and we need to start right from the beginning. We done it against Napoli. We did go for them. It just didn't work out. However, if we take our chances, and I think if we play Kolak, normally I would have picked Morelos, but in this game I'd have Kolak and Sakala.
Sorry, I've got a Gers TV exclusive new signing here. Say that again.
Yes, what happens when you're no drinking. You should be back on it. Sakala, and we play Kolak, 2 on-form players. I think Rangers get a real chance if they keep the goals down and the defence is tight.
Yeah, obviously I know we're all watching this. I hope we win. I think we're all hoping for that. But I think if we go out and for the first 5-10 minutes, if we get some passes together, we do some pressing, we get some attacks and create some chances, I really hope and pray and believe we can get a win tomorrow.
Guys, send us in your comments later on as well if you're watching this. A lot of people were telling us that when I was in Benidorm, people were telling us in Australia that watching the morning or whatever, and it's great to get a wee bit of reality back. Talking about football, talking about Glasgow, talking about Scottish way of life and things like that, and a wee bit of patter and a bit of banter and the dog farting and snowing. People like all that stuff.
Yeah, if you watch it after the live show, then go on our Facebook page and we'll give us some comments, give us some opinions, and we'll keep the conversation going.
BT Sport trying to say Celtic do better than Rangers, just their live BT Sport.
Well, I'm not sure how they can say that. Last season, I don't like when we talk about that club. They get knocked out of 17 European competitions last season. You know what I mean? We got to the Europa League finals. So
it was embarrassing last season for them.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They get beat 5-0 by Wi-Fi password, Bodo Gilt.
But as we've said it before, we'll say it again. This show's all about Rangers, and we love to talk about the greatest football club in the world, guys. It's been a pleasure. It's been a great night. Lots of new faces.
Absolutely. Always remember that we are.
I need to get things ready. The side there. Did you do that talking, Wells?
We are the people. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, folks.
Good night.